my daughters recently, Caitlin and Caitlin Faith, and I was telling her that she needed to practice her instrument to YouTube. And I don't know if she's ever gotten around to doing that, but that's if you're just reading music, you're like completely missing it. And I'm a horrible flute player, by the way, but it is so much more fun to play along by YouTube or play along to something you hear on the radio than it is to sit there and grind it out on music. Now, if you're in junior high, high school band, you need to do that because you have to be able to play on stage and you have to be able to play what everybody else is playing. But at some point, you're going to get in high school band, and if you've never attempted to play with no music at all, just whatever you hear and what in the scale, then you're going to be afraid. And I'm not saying that I'm not really worthy to quote Great Yoda. Okay, well, okay, Star Wars maybe isn't the best example here, given everything that's going on. But the Great Yoda said that I think he said that fear leads to hate, and hate leads to the dark side, and that's kind of like the story of my life. We're always afraid of something, and that's one of the things behind an Iron Man is why you do an Iron Man. By the way, is you do an Iron Man so that you can know what you're going to be like at your breaking point. When you get to the point to where everything's falling apart, which is me right now in my life, what are you going to do? And I did an Ironman back a while, and that helped me get through that. It helped me develop a core set of skills that says, well, I got through that. Maybe I can get through this. But here I am, and this is going to sound really bad, but we're gonna do it. And this is a plastic flute, plays in the keys of D major and B flat minor, and I've got a concert flute down there, but I'm not very good at it. But I'll get to it in a minute. And so the nice thing about this is you can do slides on it, and it's easier to do effects on this. Although I haven't practiced this flute in a while because I've been trained to play with the concert flute. But and I'll probably do this wrong. I did it wrong last time, but basically, kind of a kind of an effect like might be. So if I were to just like make up some tune in like the key of B minor, well, I remember I couldn't find B minor. I might start like a fourth below and then come into the B minor. I don't know if this is a fourth or a fifth below or whatever, but I might go like. Well, okay, whatever. Kind of messed up, but that's the nice thing about this flute is you don't have to worry about so much what keys to press. You don't have to worry about chromaticism because you can't do it unless you half hole, and which is really tricky, by the way. And you can do slides and things on it. But here's the concert flute. The nice thing about this is that the two key signatures that I unfortunately like are C major and A minor, because there are no sharps, no flats, especially on the flute. It's tuned. This particular flute's just straight in the key of C. So whatever the orchestra's playing, that's what you play. Whatever's written on the music, that's it. If you are on like a trumpet, which is what I used to play growing up, then you're like in B flat or something crazy like that, and you have to transpose, and it just makes things more complicated. I don't really even like the trumpet so much anymore. It's really good for jazz, I guess, but you can also play jazz flute too. So I'm really more of a flute fan. And one of the nice things about this particular flute is that it's actually got holes in it. So on, I don't know what keys these are, but on these holes you can still do some effects. Okay, like you can with the Irish flute or the plastic flute that I had there. But they're not as limited. Like some of these holes they plugged up. Whoever owned this, I think, plugged them up with plastic, but they left a few of them open. And one of my daughters, Kristen Gray, she used to complain to me, and I really love her and I miss her, but she used to complain to me how the corks were falling out of her holes, and then it would make it harder for her to play. Well, yeah, being as young as she was, that could have been a problem. But when you get older, you might want to actually punch those holes out so that you can play more interesting kinds of music, particularly when you get better. But I'm pretty much a novice, so I'm not going to necessarily do all that great. But hopefully, I'll be able to get this tune right. I don't know. Let's see. We're going to try A minor now. Hopefully, I'll get that right. See, I don't know. At the end, I tried to slide that G going into an A, and the only reason I could do that is because there was a hole here. If I had a regular student, this is a student flute, by the way, but if I had a regular student flute where all the holes were closed, I wouldn't be able to get away with that. Now, both of those tunes that I was just playing were kind of like sort of made up, and they probably sounded that way. But as long as you stay in the right key, you're going to sound okay, and you're going to sound probably a lot better than me. So, especially if you've got some practice. It's going to be frustrating at first, just improvising. But there are things that you can do to make it more interesting. One, as I said, is you could do YouTube. But, here we got, there's a drum machine on this synthesizer. I can't play piano or the flip either, to be honest. But, let's see. Whoops! This is horrible! Ah! Whatever, I don't know. We don't want to go there. We already did, but we don't want to go there. So, there's a drum pattern sequencer on here. Let's see what it comes up. It's on trance. Yeah, right. Okay, that's going to sound really weird. Okay, I don't know if that's going to work. see if I can find something else. No. Okay. That didn't work out so well. Okay, you get the point. This is horrible! But anyway, you should do this because if I can do it and make a complete fool out of myself, you can too. So you need to get on YouTube and you need to play to YouTube, but you got to find the right key first. As soon as you find the right key, you'll find it so much fun. Especially if you practice the same song over and over and over again. One of the songs I like to do, you won't see me do that, is Anthony Brown's Blessings on Blessings. It's not in the key of C, but it's got a nice rhythm to it. And so I like to play this flute to that. And there's a couple on there. And then some of the Mary Mary songs are Christian songs. Although some of their models are a little bit nicer looking than Christians should be looking, but I'll kind of overlook that. But anyways, yes, the Mary Mary has some Christian songs out that are good. They're a group. What is it? I think is it Francesca Banatelli? Is it You Are God? Can't remember. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. I'll put it up on like a little scroll down thing. So I guess that's it. The point is that if you're not doing a little bit of off-script practicing, if you're not taking your parts when you practice at home and changing them up a bit, like for example, like when I was doing Bach's Minuet in G, changing the rhythm. Whoops. Can't hear what I'm doing. Sounds horrible, doesn't it? Let's see. Kind of a swing beat, and then you just I'm not remembering how to play the piece, but yeah, if you alternate, if you practice with some swinging, or you change the articulation, change the dynamics, that'll help you. And another thing, if you do happen to have a keyboard that has a beat sequencer in it, it's a little bit more interesting than playing by the metronome. If you practice piano, which, I'm a horrible piano player, whatever, then, and you practice by your beat sequencer, some of your tunes you might be able, I don't know, can I do that with Bach's Minuet in G? I doubt it. Let's see what. No, I'm not getting it. That was horrible, but whatever. You get the point. This is absolutely awful. But I'm gonna put it out there anyways, because nobody cares. Because actually the worst thing you want as an entertainer is no one to click on your videos. So you can sit here and you can say, throw the tomatoes, throw them. I don't care. Because the more
shepherd boy.